Section 6. The Age of La Mu. The civilization of Mu reached its peak approximately 17,000 years ago, during the reign of ninth dimension spirit King La Mu. Worship of the sun and the development of solar technology were at an all-time high when he incarnated onto Earth with the name La Mu, which meant the Great King, the Light of Mu. An earlier incarnation of Shakyamuni Buddha, King La Mu ruled a vast empire. The former continent of Moa was renamed in his honor, and from that time on, its civilization and the continent itself would be known by the name Mu. A large metropolitan city of this empire, La Mu, was also named after him. With the Mu civilization making great strides in science and technology, King La Mu felt that there was no better opportunity to build a kingdom of God on Earth. La Mu's vast spiritual powers gave him the ability to freely converse with the holy spirits of heaven whenever he wished. Amor, who would later be born on Earth as Jesus Christ, was one of the principal spirits who protected La Mu from his place in heaven. La Mu's teachings were based on three principal creeds. First, all people of Mu must understand that God is like the sun. God, like the sun, is radiating brilliance and constantly shining his light on all of us on Earth. Second, all people of Mu must emulate the sun's love and compassion. The essence of love and compassion is to fill the hearts of all those around us with light. Third, all people of Mu must always strive to grow, not only by developing our artistic, intellectual, and physical abilities, but also by advancing ourselves spiritually. La Mu's teachings became the first form of religion, established 17,000 years ago. It's easy to tell from this history that the teachings of Shakyamuni Buddha were already taking root on Earth in La Mu's age. And in fact, 14,000 years after La Mu's death, he would reincarnate in India as Shakyamuni Buddha and become the founder of one of the world's greatest religions. During La Mu's reign, religion and politics were not separated as they are today. The highest form of religion was considered the best form of government, and the greatest religious leader was also the greatest civic leader. This makes perfect sense, since all human beings were born from God. People who are closest to God would be best suited to govern the spiritual lives of his people, and because God is close at hand, this person would also make an outstanding ruler. Every night, La Mu would go to his temple and kneel in meditation, as he discussed important matters of state with the divine spirits. This practice should be the basis for running all governments. Since politics is the art of governing an entire people, the blunders of politicians affect not only themselves but also all other citizens. Politicians' actions can affect whether people will live or die and can even lead people's souls on a downward path. If politics is based purely on human perceptions, it could become the domain of arrogance. As La Mu knew, the essence of effective politics lies in humbling yourself, calming your mind, clearing it of all thoughts of the self, and listening to the words of God. This was the true start and basis of politics and the art of governing. After La Mu passed away, his people forgot the essence of his great teachings, and the Mu civilization began to decline. What's more, people began to deny the power of enlightenment, and a sinister worship of animal spirits began to spread. The rise of a dangerous spiritual power caused many people to scorn the valuable teachings of love and compassion and created dark clouds of negative energy that spread across the whole continent. As a result, approximately 15,300 years ago, the continent of Mu began to sink in 3 stages beneath the waves of the Pacific Ocean. Needless to say, the large and advanced city of La Mu disappeared along with the rest of the continent. However, once again, some inhabitants were able to escape by ship. Those who headed north became ancestors of the Vietnamese, Japanese, and Chinese. Others who traveled east across the Pacific Ocean came to inhabit the Andes region in South America. A third group of people journeyed in search of a new world and eventually discovered the continent of Atlantis.